This is David Bieberman from Prasaga Foundation. I'm going to do a short demo of sending transactions to SagaChain in our non-production development test environment meant for early experimentation, development, and testing for users. Recently released. The previous segments cover Saga Scanner, a little bit background of SagaChain itself, and transaction scripts themselves. Here, I'm just executing some transactions, demonstrating the capability of it. So in here, I've already created a few accounts and run a few transactions, but let's do a new one. I'm going to create a new account first, and that's submitting a new account. And when it shows up, we should see it here and here. And here it is. For background, the current version of this is running roughly a 10 to 15-second block. We are using a proof of work difficulty approach. The difficulty value is currently static, though it is not dynamically adjusting, and the number of nodes that are participating per shard is 4. So there's a lot of variability in finding the proof of work solution. Also, the proof of work solution is being done strictly in software. So we've created a new account. Its count is 1B blah 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 blah, and should be in this list. Gets added automatically. What we're going to now do is use it. The first thing we're going to do is create a class that can then be used by this and other accounts. So it's going to run this transaction, which, among other things, creates a class that that acts like what we call a smart asset, meaning that it's an object tied of this type, could have any number of methods designed for its behavior and operate in any protocol that's desired, however, what the architecture designer comes up with. This one, of course, is relatively simple. It's carrying a balance. You can add, subtract, and do things like that to it. But you obviously could do things like have it carry a whole bunch of other information, have it have reference other objects, do other messages, all sorts of things. To do the actual creation of it is a standard new operator, and it is, sorry, let me phrase that. The class itself is automatically created by the definition here. By running this in this function, the class is created. The an object instance of it can then be created, and one will be done here with the new operator. Let me zoom that up so we see a full screen. I get that to go away. There we go. And plus. And so now you can see that it's doing a new operator. There's a couple of new operators, one of them straight called new with owner, which means you're defining the account owner. Other objects may be created that are what we call transient, which means they only exist within the life of the transaction. They don't persist in the object state database. Those only use the regular new operator. More detail to follow on those things, keeping this relatively short. So to run this, we're simply going to press submit transaction, and it will run this script included in one of the shards, in a block in one of the shards. And there it is. And it's completed. And as you can see, it output the new class. Here's the class object ID and a new object for it. For the moment, we care